Target Trading Academy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Preston Vogl here at Target Trading Academy with today's Micros Market Recap. Today is February 23rd. It is almost 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time here. Our markets are closed. Let's start off with oil. Oil opened inside of yesterday's range, not too far from its close, and it kind of just headed up to our area here that we have marked for our HVA. Bounced off it, came down. Bounced off again. Not as much of a gain in that one, regardless. Those areas are given out each night to our students prior to their next sessions trading, and then it just kind of melted up and made some new highs, some new contract highs, and then came down. You can see the responsiveness at these levels, but we ended up not terribly far from where we opened, so we do have technically a net gain in oil. Now, moving on to gold. Gold here did open inside of yesterday's range and immediately just started to melt up and just kept going. It just ended up going sideways around lunch, and that's pretty much where it ended, making some new highs for the day yet again. Now, our equities, that's a different story. They have just been melting down here. It's been a little choppy yet. Quite a few entries. We did open up inside of yesterday's range. Let me scroll back to the open here. Just barely missed it. So we opened up inside the range above the close. So the overnight they brought us above. We kind of just meandered through for the first, half hour or so before they started to bring it down, and they didn't look back, really. It was a little choppy, but you can see how well it performed off those edges. Monster winners with that trend of the move down, and it just kept coming down. Yeah, they did try to rally occasionally, but the sellers just kept stuffing them and bringing it down. So we finished net down for the day in the ES here, micro ES, almost making a new contract low, but not quite. Now, NASDAQ is a little bit of a different story. It did make a new contract low, but it also opened up, much like the ES, inside of its range from yesterday, pretty much at the close from yesterday. So let's get back there. I don't want to go past it. But, excuse me. Still above its close, so the close was well down here, but so it did open above. You can see the monster winners at this edge here of our HVAs that are given out each night, but ultimately this is the high of the day. They didn't come back for a third time really to test it, and they just drove it down, much like the ES. Now, we did get into a new contract low for this market, and so they did drive it down. Sellers are definitely in charge of the overall contract in that regard, but it was a little choppy. But again, a lot of trending entries that were available to students if they took them in the NASDAQ. Tons of entries off of those HVAs in the ES and the Dow. A few in, I think one or two at least in gold, and then at least a handful as well in oil. If you're interested in finding out more information about these levels that we give out our students each night, how to use them, how to trade, etc., feel free to reach out to us. We are Target Trading Academy. You can find us on Facebook or go to our website at targettradingacademy.com. Get in touch with the representative at either location, and you'll quickly find out for yourself why we are the #1 trading education company in the world and why we have so many live and profitable students in our rooms each day. We look forward to seeing you there.